That's Franklin High School grad John Poulos in a Columbia courtroom. He's charged with killing his 23-year-old girlfriend and DJ, Valentina Tres Palacios. Poulos entering and leaving the woman's apartment with what they say is the same blue suitcase a city garbage worker found with the body inside just over a week ago.
She was young, radiant, and full of dreams, a rising star in Colombia's electronic music scene. But just days after sharing happy moments on social media with the man she loved, her body was found stuffed inside a suitcase, abandoned in a dumpster. What happened to Valentina Tres Palacios? Why did a love story turn into a nightmare? In January 2023, the city of Bogotá, Colombia, was shaken to its core. A tragic discovery, a suitcase discarded in a dumpster, a body inside. The nation would soon learn the victim was 21-year-old Valentina Tres Palacios, a popular DJ with a growing fan base. What followed was an investigation that spanned continents, a trail of digital breadcrumbs, and a chilling tale of obsession, jealousy, and betrayal. This is the heartbreaking and suspenseful true crime story of Valentina Tres Palacios, a case that captured global headlines and left a scar on everyone who followed it. Valentina Tres Palacios was not your average 21-year-old. While many her age were finding their footing, she was already making waves. Born and raised in Colombia, Valentina was passionate about music from a young age. She developed a reputation as a vibrant DJ, performing at clubs and music festivals, building a following online. She had dreams of international fame, and her Instagram showcased a life of rhythm, lights, and ambition. Her beauty and charisma caught attention everywhere she went. But beyond the nightlife, Valentina was close to her family, especially her mother and younger brother. She dreamed of supporting them through her music. Her life was a symbol of hope to many young women in Colombia, who saw her breaking barriers in a male-dominated industry. Friends remember her as joyful and humble. Despite her rising fame, she never forgot her roots. People loved her not just for her talent, but for her warmth. John Poulos, an American businessman from Texas, entered her life in 2022. He was older than Valentina by nearly 20 years. Wealthy, smooth-talking, and seemingly devoted, he swept Valentina off her feet. According to those close to her, he claimed to love her deeply and wanted to build a life with her. He began visiting Colombia frequently. Lavish gifts, promises of a future, and social media posts together painted a picture of a glamorous, cross-border romance. But behind the scenes, there were troubling signs. Friends said John could be controlling. He often accused Valentina of infidelity. He wanted to monitor her, who she was with, where she went, even her messages. In private, Valentina sometimes confided in her close circle. She admitted John's jealousy made her uncomfortable, but she brushed it off as passion. On January 20th, 2023, Valentina and John checked into a luxurious Airbnb in Bogotá. Security footage showed them entering the apartment together, carrying luggage, smiling. Over the weekend, Valentina's family believed everything was fine. She was seen posting on social media, even enjoying time at a club. But by Sunday, Valentina had stopped replying to texts. Her family grew anxious. Her mother tried to call. No answer. By Monday morning, Bogotá authorities received a call. A man scavenging in a dumpster near the city's southwest outskirts had found a suitcase with a body inside. It was Valentina. What had happened inside that Airbnb over those 48 hours would later be revealed through meticulous investigation. But at that moment, all the world knew was that a young woman, beloved and vibrant, had been murdered. Her life ended in the most brutal fashion. Inside the suitcase was the lifeless body of Valentina Palacios. Her corpse bore signs of strangulation. She was clothed, but her body showed clear signs of blunt trauma around her neck. The discovery was devastating. Her mouth and neck showed red marks, later confirmed to be from mechanical asphyxiation. The killer had used brutal force, enough to break her windpipe. Experts said the act wasn't quick. It required pressure, time, and determination. It was personal. Nearby, investigators found traces of plastic, indicating an attempt to wrap the body before disposing of it. Surveillance footage from nearby businesses captured a car pulling into the alley around dawn. The same time, John was seen leaving the Airbnb. Authorities immediately looked for John Poulos, but by the time Valentina's body was found, John had already fled Colombia. Investigators found CCTV footage from the AIRB&B. On Sunday, John was seen leaving alone, pulling a suitcase, the same size and color as the one Valentina was found in. A timeline emerged. Saturday night, Valentina was last seen alive. Early Sunday morning, John leaves the Airbnb with a suitcase. Sunday afternoon, he flies to Panama. Monday, Valentina's body is discovered. He had tried to vanish, but he didn't expect the international outrage that would follow. 2 days later, John Poulos was arrested in Panama while attempting to board a flight to Turkey. He was carrying multiple cell phones, a laptop, and around $10,000 in cash. Colombian authorities requested extradition. Within days, he was flown back to Bogotá. Panamanian officials said he had tried to alter his appearance. A trimmed beard, a new shirt, even a different cap. But facial recognition software flagged him. He was caught before he could disappear. Inside the Airbnb, investigators found disturbing evidence. Surveillance footage showed John pacing anxiously. Valentina's body had been kept in the apartment for hours before being disposed of. Digital forensics revealed John had searched for ways to dispose of a body. Text messages from Valentina to friends indicated she felt John was acting strange. More chillingly, investigators found her broken phone hidden inside a drawer. It had been smashed, perhaps to destroy evidence of calls or messages. Authorities recovered data from the cloud. Messages from John showed patterns of obsession. He'd accused her of cheating, threatened to end the relationship, and once wrote, "If I can't have you, no one will." The case sparked outrage in Colombia. Feminist organizations marched, demanding justice for Valentina. Social media flooded with tributes and anger. Hashtags like #Justicia para Valentina trended across Latin America. News agencies around the world picked up the story. CNN, BBC, Telemundo, they all reported on the tragedy. Valentina became more than a victim. She became a symbol. John Poulos pleaded not guilty. His defense claimed he had been framed. They raised concerns about due process and questioned evidence. But the prosecution presented a strong case: digital evidence, witness testimony, and surveillance footage. The courtroom was tense. Valentina's mother often cried during testimony. Her younger brother, just a teenager, sat silently. For them, this trial was not about legal battles. It was about reclaiming Valentina's voice. Valentina's funeral was attended by hundreds. Friends, fans, and fellow DJs gathered to remember a vibrant soul lost too soon. Her coffin was white. Her mother held her childhood photos. Her music played softly in the background. Her story touched people who never met her. Girls across Colombia wrote her name on protest banners. DJs in Mexico and Spain held moments of silence in her honor. The world mourned, not just for Valentina, but for every woman silenced by violence. Valentina Palacios was more than a name in the news. She was a daughter, a sister, a friend, and an artist. Her story is a piercing reminder of how vulnerable women can be, even in love. Her tragic end has left a void in the hearts of many, but also sparked a call for justice that echoes far beyond Colombia. We hope her story will not fade into silence, but continue to shine as a warning, a lesson, and a fight for a world where women can dream without fear. If you believe in justice, in the power of truth, and the importance of remembering stories like Valentina's, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel for more real-life documentaries that matter. Thank you for watching.